I'm telling you, I know him so well. We've done about 6 to 7 films, more than that, I presume. And some of the stunts he couldn't do, but he would still try. He would just do it. He would just jump.
So many films, and he's the action hero. And because I'm with him, I have to
because
do it.
he used to say, "Arey, ye karega, main bhi karega."
So all those years of practicing of just jumping, you just jumped on this guy as well.
I remember him. I mean, he had to do that helicopter thing and all.
In Ye Dil Lagi, or was it?
Ye Dil Lagi,
Ye Dil
no.
Lagi, was it?
Was it introduction kind of helicopter thing? Jumping.
Yes, I remember.
Had to jump out of the helicopter.
Yes, I remember it.
And what happened?
And he didn't jump. He didn't jump.
Helicopter came and went.
And Tinu is shouting,
Jump!
"Sam, jump!"
But he jumped at the right time.
He jumped at the right
He's jumped
time.
at the right time.
Absolutely.
He's
That's
a real
funny.
life hero. You're a real life hero.
Yeah.
But both of you could not be more different. I mean, if we had to just count all the differences, we'd have to, get another episode going.
No, but basically you all are very different. I mean, Akshay, when you were hustling for tips in Bangkok, and Saif, I believe that you were taking money out of your father's wallet at some
Because
point.
he wouldn't notice. But my mother
Your mother would have
notice.
counted.
Yeah, she'd always knew.
Well, why you needed that?
No, I don't know.
It was for coffee, it was for food.
I wasn't a very good boy. I was very naughty.
for food. It was
And you
food.
still are.
It was food,
by the way.
because they weren't feeding me.
Oh gosh, please. You grew up in palaces and you came from a very humble background, AK.
Like, there was unpainted palaces. It was a big struggle. It was tough, yeah. There was like...
Unpainted palaces.
It wasn't air conditioned.
Okay, you were running around unpainted palaces, but you came from a very humble background. You took me to see your grandmother's house in Chandni Chowk. It was a small room, 10 feet by 10 feet, and she told me that 13, 14 of you would stay there, including 24.
In one room?
In one room, including both of you. Y'all couldn't have been more different, but y'all made your own way. How did both of y'all get into the business, though?
Both of all.
I know your story. Let's start with Saif.
I can tell you his story.
Okay, why don't you all do that? Why don't you all tell us each other's stories?
Well, I don't know where he'll start before, but there was a time when he was a very good-looking martial arts teacher, and then someone said, why don't you do some modeling? And then he went there and he met a young model called Sonia, who he shot with, who said, and he said, I don't know how to do this. And he said, you look left, look right, that's how you do it. So, of course, he did that. And then at one point, she sat on his lap.
Oh, yeah, I told you this story about
She
few
sat
days
on
back.
his lap.
And he said, this is a good job. I'm getting paid 10 times more than the martial arts stuff. And Sonia is sitting on my lap. So, and then he got offered I wanted to know when he first, because I remember when we were working together, and somehow you were more quiet and reserved in action. And when did you suddenly realize that you're the best comic actor in the country? Like,
All thanks to Priyadarshan,
oh.
Raj Kumar Santoshi, and a writer and a director called Neeraj Vora.
Yeah.
So, but these are the three people responsible. There are sometimes you meet people who just push you and get you to a spot where you don't even realize that you can reach the level. So these are the people, and I'm very thankful to them to just making me go till there.
But Saif, in the beginning, when you entered this business, your Hindi was really obnoxious, and you had a lot of trouble, especially when you were working with people like Sunil Dutt and Yash Chopra. What happened during your first shoot? Please tell me.
Well, I don't know if I should say in this studio. So Yash ji, rest in peace. I mean, I wasn't helping me do this scene.
Yash Raj,
I know.
okay. Studio
I
also.
know.
Just remember
Because
that before you say
he's a great director, but he'd worked with very big stars who are very capable actors. So after a long time, he'd got a newcomer who had no idea. So he said to me, this is your introduction scene. Bache, I want you to come inside and be very loud and happy. Your friends are sitting and having coffee in the shop, and you come in. Your name is Pratap. Andar aao, tum bolo. Pratap is landed. Aise bolo dalo. So I said, okay. Camera started. I said, action. So I came to the mark and I went, Pratap has landed. So he said, cut. Tu hakla kyun raha hai? So I said, sir,